Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. At the beginning of 2022, early hours, early days into 2022, Ondo State felt the venom and the menace of the Fulani herdsmen, of which Akeredolu, the Ondo State governor, came around to encourage the people not to despair. And of course, he didn't stop there. He brought in Amotekun, the security agencies, to look into the matter. Days after, looks as if the Fulani herdsmen have decided that they wanted to prove a point. They went into some of the suburbs, the communities, the villages, and did a lot of mayhem. Of course, the people cried out to their governor, but their governor have decided to say something, or say something that, not only shocked some persons, but also shocked a lot of persons who have been, following him and following Ondo State scenario very closely. Before we go into the news proper, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on the YouTube. All right, let's go straight into the news of the day. Following the renewed hostilities between farmers and herders, resulting in casualties in Ondo State, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, as at yesterday, appealed to the people of the state not to resort to self-help, but alert security agencies. He described what happened as barbaric, adding that those responsible for the act will be arrested. He also warned residents against resorting to self-help. Governor Akeredolu, who read the riot act to the bandits during his visit to one of the affected communities, said, "Any invasion of farmers and unauthorized grazing should be reported to agencies." In a statement by the State Information and Orientation Commissioner, Donald Ojogun, the governor said, and I quote, "Residents in the state, especially farmers, are enjoined to report any invasion of farmlands and unauthorized grazing to the police, Nigerian Security and Civil Service Corps, Southwest Security Network, Amotekun, and other security agencies. None is permitted to resort to self-help." This reinforcement directive, which is the outcome of the State Security Council, which they had a meeting, is pertinent following renewed hostilities between farmers and herders, resulting in casualties in some boundary towns between Ondo and Edo State. Undoubtedly, the latest issues and bringing down of people are barbaric and condemnable, even as efforts have been made to apprehend the culprits through interstate cooperation and synergy. The state government, however, believes strongly that such situations are avoidable. Residents are therefore urged to abide by this directive and also trust in the capacity of our security agencies to enforce to the fullest provisions of the anti-open grazing law that is in operation in the state. Henceforth, any confirmed report of self-help that impairs the operations of security agencies shall be viewed as unhelpful to the government effort at any given instance. All right, it makes a lot of sense when there's no break. All right, it makes a lot of sense in a situation or a community or a state where there is law-abiding citizens, where laws are being followed this strictly without any form of anarchy. All right, but you wouldn't blame the people for thinking of self-help, because the life they have is only one. What happened in they've had the antecedent. There's this trail the Fulani herdsmen usually leave whenever in their wake, whenever they leave a community or leave a place. It's always people who have been brought down. And since life is not double, it's only one. One has to do everything to preserve it. Now, with the assurance given from the governor to the people. But the question is, when the time comes, I hope it will not look like what was obtainable in Benue, where at some point Governor Samuel Otom had to start beckoning on the federal government that they need help, they need aid, because sometimes when they even call for the help and backup, it's usually too late. By the time the security agencies will come, the deed has been done, mayhem has already been completed full circle before the security agencies will come. But now, with self-help, even before the security will come, you would at least have defended yourself. But Governor Akeredolu is seeing it from a different perspective and from a different light, because he's of the opinion that if eventually the people resort to self-help, with Amotakun still useful, the regional security outfit still very much active, with NSCDC, that's a civil defense, also in the state, with the police also involved, and other parastatal security personnel also involved. Now, resorting to self-help will probably raise in a situation to anarchy, and insecurity will probably be heightened. Where even at some point, some of these miscreants and hoodlums may take advantage of the level of insecurity and unrest and begin to truly now unleash mayhem to the people. But the situation where proper channels are being passed and the security agencies answer as at when due as quickly as they can to a great extent, to the barest minimum, reduce the level of insecurity and harass farmers clash. That's for one. Then two is also the opinion that if they resort to self-help, it will easily create anarchy. All right, it will make it look as if the government is not capable. The people are defending themselves. So at some point, even the innocent ones amongst them may go down. What I mean is that still, before this whole Fulani Herdsmen saga began, you will agree with me if you've ever lived in Nigeria, that before this whole Fulani saga, they were actually peaceful people living amongst us. I mean, the ones who from the inception had lived in Nigeria. Now, if some of this bandit issue, Fulani Herdsmen coming to do their mayhem and all that, the people deserve to resort to self-help. When the criminal ones, the bandits, do their mayhem and go, the people may decide to vent their anger on the ones that are resident around them. I may not go well. These ones could be law abiding, they could be citizens in their right, and it may lead to anarchy. Before you know it, we're having a situation in our hands. But that's why I guess from the perspective, while you are trying to please the people, you must also ensure that it is within the ambience of the law. Because the reasons why they have the security agencies is to maintain law and order. And if they say they're available as at when due, come on, why not use them? But the challenge of the people has always been, when we need you, will you be available? It's not when they make a call and you begin to say, Ogafu have been not there for the vehicle and all those kind of things. And at the end of the day, these guys will commit their crime and leave. And that's when they will now be coming. Where are they? It's almost as good as very painful. And you would agree with me that maybe these are the things, and having heard also the moves and the history of Fulani headers, whenever they go to a place, they live in their wake sadness and sorrow. So no one wants to take the chances. But then the assurance coming from Akeredolu, just maybe just what the Indigenes and the community guys and women may need to calm their nerves. But even at that, I would have preferred that some of these security personnel like Amotakun and the rest, some of them could be stationed around those suburbs. They could even have accommodations around those suburbs to ensure that law and order and the people are also being protected. I guess that's what we're going to wrap it up. You may have a contrary view. I believe that Governor Akeredolu is trying to maintain law and order, not allow anarchy to rule in the state. But you might have a contrary one. Let's put it in the comment section also. Do have a nice time. God bless you.